Project Management Insights, providing project managers with professional development in the interpersonal skills areas of leadership, team building, and communication. Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Project Management Insights. You'll notice I haven't been around for a couple of weeks. I have migrated myself and my life to Denver in Colorado, and so I've been project managing that task for quite a while, and it's all happened, and so here I am set up and ready to go and bring you more episodes of Project Management Insight from Denver. So welcome. Today I've decided I want to talk to you about prioritization. It's something that a lot of people I find struggle with. And why do they struggle with it? Because they oftentimes don't think about it. Sounds a bit crazy, I know. What brought this up was coaching a project manager this week, and we were talking about how concerned or stressed she was about all of the tasks that she had to do and feeling as though she couldn't do them all in the time that she had, and this was stressing her, and she was worrying about a particular task. And when I sat and talked with her about that particular task and the importance or the priority of that particular task, it wasn't until we sat and looked at it that we realized that that task really didn't have as high a priority as the project management work that she was doing. So she's managing a small project, feels big to her, and this was an additional task. And so it got me thinking about the fact that a lot of times we don't think about prioritization and what that means for us, and so it creates a lot of stress in our day-to-day life and means that we feel often feel as though we have too many things to do and not enough time to do it in. And what I've noticed is that the more that I prioritized and understood what was important, what I needed to do now, what could wait, and what could be left completely, it made my life and my days a whole lot simpler. And I guess the other key thing here is that when I was able to take my task list and understand the priority for the items on it, and then commit myself 100% to doing or completing the very first task, the task with the most or the highest priority, what that meant was that I was more efficient and effective at what I was doing. And by that I mean, if the top item on my list is preparing my reporting, that had the highest priority, the reporting for my project control board, then what I did was I focused 100% on just completing the reporting requirement. What that meant was that I wasn't thinking about the fact that I had a meeting in a half an hour that I needed to be preparing for, or that I had emails that I need to follow up on, or phone calls that I needed to make. I spent my time completely and wholeheartedly focused on completing just the reporting. And in that, it meant that I was more focused, more able to do what I needed in an easier way. So I wasn't stressing. I just completed it because in that moment, it was the top priority of the thing and the work to be done. And it then meant that what actually happened was I had more time to complete tasks. I had more time to do the other things or other things that were on my list because I was focused and clear about this item being and having the highest priority at that particular time. And so it creates a more effective day. It takes away stress and worry, and it means that you are more efficient and effective in what you do. So perhaps it's worthwhile getting to a place of looking at the tasks that you have, whether they are on your to-do list or on your project schedule, and then determining the priority for those items. And here we're talking about the priority for you as the project manager. So we're not concerned about anybody else. This is only your tasks. Look at the priority of those tasks and prioritize them. And if you've been following some of my other podcasts where I've recommended having a rolling to-do list, this is a great thing to do, because what you do is you take your to-do list today and you look at the tasks that are left on the to-do list today and you prioritize what's the top thing that needs to be done today. And you do that. And then you look at what's the next thing that has priority. What I've found is that when I have one of these rolling to-do lists, there are certain things that stay incomplete or unfinished on that list. And they're the things that I've found longer term that don't need to be completed. I thought that they were important tasks. I thought that they were things that I needed to do. And yet over time, what I've realized is I didn't get to them. No one complained. No one was asking for them. No one followed up. And therefore I realized that they really didn't need to be done. They weren't important things that were critical to the success of my project. And so it allowed me then to focus on those items that really are critical and are key to the overall outcome and successful delivery of the project. And it helped me overall realize that prioritizing is the best thing that I could do to utilize my time and become more efficient and more effective at what I do. What I noticed was it stopped me believing that I didn't have enough time to complete things, because ultimately what happened was I was more efficient at what I did, and therefore I had plenty of time. I had lots of time when I wasn't worrying about what I wasn't doing. I had lots of time to actually do, finish, complete, and tick off my list. So have a look and have a think about how you are at prioritizing. And if you're having difficulty with it, then follow these tips and start to prioritize and see how you feel, whether you become less stressed, whether you find that you are more efficient and effective, and that there are things that really can come off your list because they don't need to be done. So it's a great way of weeding out those things that don't need to be followed up or don't need to be completed, and also give you a sense that you do have the time that's needed to complete all of those things that you do think you want to do or do need to do in order to successfully deliver your project. All right, I'm looking forward to getting back into this rolling habit of coming to you each week with the Project Management Insight podcasts. Remember to visit projectmanagementinsight.com for updates. Now that I'm in my new space, I will be updating and presenting more training for you to support you and help you in your role as a project manager. So go and check out the website, and keep in mind that if you are struggling with some of these things like prioritization or communication or leadership, that you might want to dive into some coaching, and it's something that I will be offering in the very near future. I already am doing it, and I'm going to be doing it even more and ramping it up even more. So if it's something that you've considered, then please know that I'm here to support you in the best way possible. My ultimate aim is to have you be successful in your role and make your life the easiest that it can be. Until next time. Thank you for listening to this Project Management Insights podcast. Be sure to visit projectmanagementinsight.com and sign up for our monthly newsletter or to receive updates on upcoming training.